Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Monday, October 7th, 2024. In this video, we're going to go down a short rabbit trail and just answer a question that I read in a discussion board today. It'll make more sense, and of course, because of the thumbnail, you already know it's about the incarcerated rapper P. Diddy. And let's take a look at a compilation I've got, which will show you kind of how my thoughts progress towards a question to put to the tarot in this video. And I'll take you to that compilation, which if it interests you to look at in more detail or to follow any of the links I mentioned, you can click on the Facebook link that will be in the video description box. Okay, let's go to that share screen. There was some discussion today in alt media chatter sites that there had been a sharp change in the number of sealed indictments. Now, just kind of for reference sake, there were 9,653 cases unsealed in August, which I did a read on back here, and I put a link for you guys to that previous compilation because there were screenshots about how the numbers had changed. But anyway, again, there were over 9,000 that were unsealed in August. P. Diddy was arrested in September. Now it's October, and just in the last day or so, 6,270 sealed indictments were just added to the federal criminal database. I have a screenshot of it for you here, just in case the link is not too user-friendly. Sometimes it's not. And then again, you can also look back here at this August screenshots that I had here. Now, that's why people got a little curious. As we know, P. Diddy raps and sings. I went to the 17 site that I use, and there were over 12, mind you, instances of when does a bird sing was mentioned. I thought this one was very appropriate because it not only mentions when does a bird sing, it mentions fight, fight, fight. Okay, and no deals, nobody is safe. So I thought, wow, that seems like it really kind of goes with the sealed indictments. Nobody's safe, no deals. I love that. And so I want to ask the tarot card something, and I bet you know what I want to ask them. Is P. Diddy singing? So we want to craft this question where we can get a an expanded answer or more information from the universe than just a yes or no. So we're going to ask if the marked increase in sealed indictments here in the United States, over 6,000, if there are if evidence that is being contributed by one way or the other by P. Diddy is a factor in those, plus additional insights and information the universe wants us to know. So we want to know if we know there's no deals, okay? But I also know if you were facing life in at the spa and you could maybe earn a chance at private accommodations or more frequent showers or protein that wasn't bug-based, although that's where I think the cricket protein really ought to be going down there and into any incarceration facility in the United States. So they might be, singing for that even if they can't sing for their freedom, right? Well, let's find out if P. Diddy's doing some singing, if that contributed to the sharp increase in sealed indictments. But I love that. It means that the pursuit of justice, when we had the justice card yesterday in my tarot read, the pursuit of justice is by no means slacking off. It will happen. Okay. So I thought, hey, justice, justice, justice. Okay. I'm gonna switch the camera and let you watch me work with the cards, and then we'll see what the tarot wants us to know. By the way, please don't complain about the camera angle for the tarot card read portion of this. I can't do anything about it right now. I need to find an external webcam that will interface with my Mac, and that means shopping online because I live over 150 miles away from a Best Buy. So just be patient with me, okay? I'm still trying to do what I do with integrity, and that show you every time I use the cards, it's on camera. And I'm sorry that it's not a gorgeous, beautiful widescreen view. I also have an older iPhone that doesn't have the widescreen capability, even if the Zoom might have. I don't know if that would have helped it or not. That tells you my iPhone's older than iPhone 11. Hey, I'll tell you my shopping tip for our iPhones. When I buy an iPhone, I go to the Apple site and I find the oldest one they're still offering on the official site, and that's what I buy. So my version is no longer there, but I think I could get an 11 or 12, but I'm not going to till I need it, okay? I don't try to live fancier beyond my needs, and nobody's going to ever hit me over the head for this phone. So let's go to that tarot portion of the video and just smile your way through it. If it's small, I know it. I can't do anything about it right now, but I'm working on it, okay? All right, let's go to that. So we have over 6,000 new indictments for the United States sealed indictments just in the last few days, and we'd like to know if P. Diddy evidence either contributed or confiscated with him has been a contributing factor in those, a big component of that, plus additional insights and information the universe wants us to know. I'm laughing because I was picturing someone singing like crazy trying to get themselves out of cricket protein. Okay, I want to keep those where you can at least see part of the cards at all times there. So you know nothing's going on. So we have a Two of Wands. We have a Two of Cups. Those are kind of about options. We've got the Chariot showing up for the recent past, our first major arcana. We got another major arcana with the Magician. This is getting interesting. We've got the Five of Wands, the Star, another major arcana, and the Three of Pentacles. So we were asking for insights and information about the new thousands of sealed indictments that recently landed on that federal database. And we were asking if P. Diddy was a contributing party to that. Don't have a hard yes on that yet, although I do show that there's been some partnership and agreements going on to make that happen. The we have It's a significant question, so justice is something that the universe knows has relevance and is important, and it's showing up in this read with the 1, 2, 3 out of 7 cards are major arcanas. Now, the information that is provided with a major arcana is pretty much set in place. It's not very movable. When you have other cards showing up besides the major arcana, sometimes you can, by intention or choices and changing things around, you can kind of alter outcomes a little bit. And that's nice to know if you have someone read cards for you and there's not a lot of major arcanas. It's saying, hey, there's still a chance to improve whatever this is telling you or to make it even better. So that's good to know. Let's look here. The situation is we keep getting this Two of Wands showing that there's a new world coming. We're ready to set out on it. Boom, the journey's ready. We've also got multiple twos showing up here, both showing each other. So that's when you get more than one two, it's kind of talking about some choices are to be made. And yeah, I'm thinking that he made the choice. He's trying to cut a deal to sing a little bit. And even if he didn't, he kind of almost had to because they had evidence that they had gathered in the process of executing his arrest and the search warrants, etc. So, one way or the other, willingly or not, he contributed some of the information for what's going on, and things are moving in the background here. We got a lot of moving going on with the Chariot. And often when there's some physical moves, so we have some people maybe going to the spa as a result of some of that evidence and things that are going on. A good deal, because if they deserve a spot there, they deserve a spot there. Nothing, there's no doubt about it. The Magician is manifesting He is the ultimate manifester, and he's showing up that they're making some things happen. They are setting the stage to go from quiet pursuit of justice to having it be open and available for everyone to see. So they're the groundwork has been laid. Absolutely. Let's look at the near future, see what they're saying. Okay. There are still some that are opposing. I'm seeing that there's some that are still opposing going more public with the pursuit of justice. But that opposition is not going to last for long. Okay. The star is our strongest insight and advice card. The star always talks about things are kind of moving in the right direction. So again, where we're getting some nudges here that they're trying to manifest um, and use that evidence in a way that helps our world change in a great way, it's going to happen. The opposition is not going to be successful. And I know that because when we look here, boom, tells more about this card and vice versa. The Three of Pentacles is firm foundations, absolutely firm foundations. A little more, again, a nudge and a nod often to a partnership, a beneficial partnership. So while we haven't gotten an ace at this point, I'm going to throw a few more cards and just see if one shows up or if there's other insights the universe wants us to know. We're getting the nudge here that there's been some partnership, there's been some give and take. Okay, that's been very um, deliberate and intentional. Now, let's get those other cards and see what the universe wants us to know. Again, these will be looking at the near future and not quite as important as the original layout, but still maybe adding some other layers of information for us. Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana. Four of Cups, Four of Swords, hello, my old friend, and Seven of Pentacles. So here's what I'm getting from this. The universe is telling us the Wheel of Fortune is turning. And remember, anything even remotely political is going from dark to light. So again, we're getting just a nudge and a nod again that the wheels of justice are turning slowly. Okay, but they are turning and they're turning in a good way. Now, we're told to use our emotional intelligence as we view information or parse through the misinformation from, the genuine, and don't overlook things just because you don't have your focus so narrow, you overlook things as you do. That's always what this card kind of tells me in current events type of tarot. Another thing this card always tells me, and if you've been watching me any length of time, you know that the Four of Swords. Swords are the written and spoken word or thoughts, and but written and spoken word, and often deal with contracts. Sometimes can be about the pursuit of justice, but when the four shows up, what the cards are saying is there's even more information that we are just not ready for, or is not ready at this time to be disclosed. And I honor that at all times because I let the universe do the choosing of what is shared with you. I don't. That's why I will touch on something in each card. They're all telling us something. When you see a reader only pick out two or three cards to kind of talk about, they're ignoring something, and sometimes it's deliberate and sometimes it's unintentional. But I, the way I read cards, and I truly believe that each card in a reading has something to tell us. And I'm not going to edit it out for you. I let the universe do that. So the universe is saying they've shared enough that we have an answer to our basic question, including some additional insights and information. But there's more going on that will be come to the surface later. And that's kind of bolstered here also with the Seven of Pentacles. Because this card always talks about there's more to come. We've gotten some, but there's more to come, a lot more to come. So, guys, we know justice is coming and change is coming. We don't always know the exact hour, day, or month even of it, but we know it's coming, and we just need to hold the line and do what we can to be the kindest, best humans we are in the process, so that we're part of the solution, not part of the problem, or part of the stagnation of the problem if things don't seem to be moving fast. So let's do a recap. Yesterday, the tarot read I did included the Justice card. And that was pretty exciting because we've been watching for that to show up and kind of let us know that we're getting closer to a time when justice will be more obvious in public. And then this morning, I was reading that here in the United States, the federal database that lists sealed indictments by state and unsealed. It also tells you how many are unsealed, and then by the basic category of them and which state they belong in. They'd had over 6,200 new indictments recently. Well, they unsealed thousands of them, over 9,000 in August. In September, P. Diddy was arrested, and now there's 6,000 new ones going in. And so it just made us wonder, was P. Diddy's evidence gathered either in the process of, his arrest or an apprehension, or was he singing to, like I said, to avoid having cricket protein for dinner or something? We just wondered if he was a factor in that. We didn't get a hard yes with an ace, but we got some definite nods that yeah, that's what's going on here. There's some agreements going on. He's doing some singing and talking. So if you were one of his party goers, too bad, so sad. Justice is coming. Okay, let's look at what we got. The situation. We had the Two of Wands show up again, which tells us that things are, we're ready to step out into some new territory. The path is clear, the world is changing. That's been showing up a lot, just kind of reassuring us change is coming in. It's change that most of us regular humans are going to be very, very happy to see. The first note I had that there might be some cooperation by P. Diddy into these indictments was here with the Two of Cups card, which clarified it a little more. So the Chariot card showed up as the recent past. Okay, so Mr. Diddy has moved himself into, whether he liked it or not, into incarceration, and things are moving. Again, the major arcana cards, and there were numerous of them in this read, indicate that this information is pretty well firm. So he's not getting out of prison anytime fast, and that's good. The current magician. They're making it happen, guys. Things are happening. They are going to bring about the justice and the hopefully it'll be public. And we know at some point it will. But those of us that are awake are anxious for it. Okay, and we'll watch those 8-hour reruns happily. See, so that's change is coming, and the it's still being opposed. People don't want their name to get out if they feel like they have any kind of remaining clout or power or, a hold over someone, they're trying to use it to avoid the spotlight. And, just like cockroaches don't like direct sunlight, neither do, the those who engage in nefarious hijinks. So, it's not going to last long. It's not going to do much good, but they will fight. And the strongest insight card was the Star. Major Arcana, which says things are moving in the right direction. So again, we also had another beautiful one show up. Beautiful being a beautiful Major Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. So things are moving in the right direction, and that means from dark to light. No doubt about it. Now, as we look at information and try to discern whether it's misinformation or which means misleading information or, what have you, we're always told to keep our perspective pretty broad. Don't let something just really insightful miss us because we have a narrow focus tunnel type of vision. So again, be willing to look at all evidence and put it together, probably in ways that you might not have originally thought. Look at how I did this video. I saw some chatter about P. Diddy. Then I saw something about increased sealed indictments. Then I went over to where the 17 posts are compiled, and there were 12 posts talking about when does a cage bird sing. So, put them together and be willing to think outside the box a little bit. The other card that told me that there was some cooperation going on was here with the Three of Pentacles. The card that told me there's even more that we haven't been hasn't been shared with us yet. This card always indicates that when I'm asking a current events question, it says, hey, I've shared enough that you can answer your question. You can go away better informed, but for operational safety or some light workers' safety, there is information that is not being shared at this time, and I'm always okay with that. And then a nod that, yeah, and more is coming. Okay. The 6,000 new indictments aren't the last of it, and they're all going to be unsealed and they are all going to be acted on. And we are going to clean up this plane of existence and have it be in the light because that's what we deserve. And we're not settling for second best or anything less, are we? That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention and cooperation and your patience as I navigate my way slowly. You know, I'm a boomer into things that are technology. Like I told someone the other day, I said, you know, I drive a car, but I'm not a mechanic. Okay, I can add oil, I can add air to the tires and stuff, but I'm not a mechanic. By the same token, when it comes to the electronics, I'm trying to learn how to use them in, to the extent I need to for this channel, and then even a little beyond that so that I can keep growing. But I don't intend to be a mechanic at it. I just want to be a competent driver. Okay. So, and go from automatic to stick shift. So, because that takes a little bit of skill. So I want that, at least that much skill. And oh, which is makes me think of something. This, guys, you can leave if you were here for the current events. This is just a Laura story. When I was growing up, my father read that there was better gas mileage if you had a stick shift. So every car we ever had was a stick shift. And when I took my driver's license, it took me 2 tries. My father insisted that I do it with a stick shift. So I had all that 16-year-old, nervousness about that, and I had to park on a hill and not roll backwards. I got really good with the stick shift. I haven't driven with one for years, but definitely a skill set that the boomers can identify with a little more than the current generation. Although they should, it's a good skill to have. And yeah, so Dad saved his half mile a gallon over time. And he was worried about that back when gas was 25 cents a gallon. Oh, okay. Well, that is it for a rabbit trail, the video, and I thank you so much for your time and your patience. Until next time, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Bye.